You know, I forgot to bring headphones to listen to some new music, like that of Victoria band Towers and Trees, who performed at the Acoustic Emporium recently. And Danny was there to get the lowdown of their latest album. And I wonder if they'd be good workout music anyway.
Bands come and go through our area, but every once in a while, one passes by that makes us feel at home. This is most definitely the case with Towers and Trees, a band appropriately named from Victoria. Their new album, The West Coast, is a reminder of what we hold dear in our little part of the world, and they've decided to share their journey of love and heartbreak recently at the Chilliwack's Acoustic Emporium.
The West Coast, which is the new album that we've just released, it's very much an album with a story to tell. And I think when I wrote this album, it was really my own way of kind of processing that story. I kind of was able to recognize that I was at the end of a chapter. I would say the first big chapter in my life. Probably everybody has a handful of kind of chapters in their life, and I felt like I was coming to the end of my first chapter, looking back on my 20s and kind of seeing, you know, the things that had come together, the things that had fallen apart. And I knew that capturing that story and working through and telling that story was really my way of being able to close that book and open the next one and step into the next one.
The band formed a few years back with the release of their first EP, Broken Record, an ambitious beginning for the group.
Well, our first EP was, like I said, this really organic sort of home-recorded side project, kind of this hobby thing, right? And it's a great little project, but I think we knew that from the outset. You know, when we talked about what do we want this album to sound like at the end of when we're done, it's like, oh, we want it to sound roomy and organic, like you can picture the musicians in the room. And then over the next 2 years, you know, when Towers and Trees started becoming a live act and we started to really, you know, see these songs grow to kind of a new height on the live stage. You know, people would often listen to that first album and be like, oh, it's good, but it really doesn't sound like your live show. And so when we went back to make the second album, I think we actually deliberately didn't want it to, we didn't want to confine the sound. We wanted it to be as big and as audacious as we could make it.
With a tour traveling around BC and Alberta, Towers and Trees performed to the Acoustic Emporium's largest crowd to date. It's a fan base the band never expected.
I think one thing that's great about everyone that's involved in this project is that we don't really have a great sense of expectation. Like, we don't expect much, but we do work hard and we sort of try to do the best we can. Yeah, it's been incredibly honoring to see. Like, we've played so many full rooms, sold out shows in like Calgary and Lethbridge. It's been really, really cool. Like, it's totally exceeded our expectations, and we just try and feed off that positive energy and maybe not even try so much to understand it, but just appreciate it.
To hear more of the band's music, check out their website or find them on iTunes. In Chilliwack, I'm Danny Goncalves for Go on Shaw TV.